This is a landmark case that was decided by the Illinois Supreme Court at 9 a.m. this morning. It's a very important law for jobs in Illinois. That's our #1 priority: economic growth, jobs. And this law that was passed, I became governor in January of 2009. Within about 10 weeks, we were able to pass, after 10 years of waiting, a job recovery bill that invests in building roads and improving our bridges, their safety, making sure we have good rail systems and better rail systems, making sure we have clean water, that we invest in the broadband and deploy it all over the state, everybody in and nobody left out, building schools and repairing old schools, and making sure everything is done in an energy efficient manner. So we use renewable energy and water conservation wherever possible. So it's very gratifying today for the Illinois Supreme Court unanimously to vote in favor of this law, to uphold the law, to reverse the appellate court, to take care of all the issues that were raised at the circuit court level and the appellate court level. What this means is our job recovery program can go forward full speed ahead. And I really look forward to working with everyone in Illinois during this summer construction season in every part of Illinois, that we build, build, and build. Our state is a state that has always understood the importance of investing in infrastructure, being builders. And I want to be the builder governor. And we intend to really make this happen this year and the several years to come. So we have the very best public works program of any state in the union. And the Supreme Court today, this is a very gratifying decision of the court. We thank them for their upholding of the law, and we move forward.
Governor, what effect will this validity have?
Well, they're separate. The gaming bill that still has not arrived to my desk, a 400-page document, is being reviewed. I'm bringing in people who are on both sides of that issue. I think they should have a chance to speak. This is what democracy is all about. But that has nothing to do with this law that has now been upheld by the highest court in our state, the Supreme Court. It was enacted by the legislature, signed by the governor, the executive branch, upheld by the judicial branch, and now we have a law that's a model really for building in our state and in every other state. If you don't invest in improving your roads and taking care of your bridges, bad things happen. And we don't want that to happen in Illinois. Well, one of the gratifying things about this decision is that we had about, I think, over $100 million that was held in escrow due to some liquor taxes. So that money now will be freed up, we hope, very quickly. We'll be going into the circuit court to get that money available. In this legislation, there are a variety of sources of revenue for the bonds to do all this building. We anticipate about 420,000 people will get jobs because of this law. And those investments will pay great dividends for our businesses and workers for years to come. Now, part of that funding source is video gaming. We haven't gotten any money from that. We haven't needed any money from that, and we want to make sure that anything to do with video gaming is done in a proper, prudent, honest way. And so I have total confidence in the gaming board that it will carry out its mission of regulation to make sure everything is on the square, and whatever time they need, so be it. And we want to make sure they do it right. Well, as you know, I said that if this was going to be included in the funding, and it's not in any way all the funding for the capital bill, I think it's important to distinguish that it might be 20 or 25% of the funding, but nowhere near the majority. I said when this happened, was it at the insistence, frankly, of the legislative leaders who were Republican down in Springfield, but I said there must be an opt-out provision. If a community, a municipality, or a county did not want to have video gaming within its jurisdiction, they could vote it out. And in fact, I also insisted that there be a referendum provision. If voters in a town or a county just didn't want this to happen, They could do it by referendum as well as their council vote, either way. And so I think that's healthy. I insisted that that be in. It has been used, and so be it. A lot of towns have opted out, and I have no problems with that. It will not really affect our job recovery. Well, we have a law in Illinois, and that is the law. And we have other entities that are involved in foster care that are willing to assume that duty and that opportunity. The choice that was made, was a voluntary choice, and that's the way it is. Well, it's not part of the law today. I would not be opposed to that. It's been brought up by individual legislators, and if the legislature decides to go in that direction, I would certainly not oppose that. That's another way to go. I think there needs to be an opportunity for communities to have a choice, and I made sure that was the case, that every community in Illinois does have a choice with respect to the video gaming.